after over 100 days after my stem cell slash bone marrow transplant. I went through chemo and went through radiation. And I guess it's time to give y'all the numbers or whatever, but I didn't feel comfortable saying certain things at the time because I didn't want to like put it out there. But when I was first diagnosed, my chances of survival was like less than 10%. My chances of me making it through transplant, well, through preparation for transplant and transplant, was about 28%. They had to take in the factors of my age, my health, um, my lifestyle, how long the cancer had been going before it was detected, which was a long time. They can't tell me exactly how long I probably had leukemia and just didn't know it, but they can tell me that it was in my body for a long time. But when I heard that my chances was in the 20-some% survival rate with going through the process of chemo, total body radiation, and transplant, I wasn't scared of the end per se, but I was thinking now is not the time. I felt like I hadn't done so much. I wanted to be here for my kids, and it was just a lot going on in my head as far as that aspect. But I'm not afraid of passing. So I started thinking like, did I tell everybody what I needed to tell them? Did I prepare my family? Did I do everything I was supposed to do to prepare for the end? Hello. Oh, I got okay. Hi. So, being diagnosed with leukemia made me look into how I had been living my life, what my house looked like. I know that's gonna sound weird, but when I was in the bone marrow unit and I was stuck in the hospital and couldn't go anywhere, my name is Renee. So when I was stuck in the hospital and couldn't go anywhere, I'm thinking to myself like, how did I leave my bedroom? how does my how does my closet look? How does my kitchen look? I was thinking of stuff like that. And right now, I don't think I can go anywhere with all that's going on. I wish I could travel. That's one of my things that I do want to do now. I want to travel. And it's other things that I want to do, but I have the type of family where you can't say what you're going to do. You have to just do it. And then when you do it, you can't even ask my family. I can't even ask my family for support because what they would do is they would take what you're doing and they would do it because they have more than you. So they have the ability to do it at a different level than you. So they would just take what you do and they would run with it and do it. So with that being said, um, I also was wondering, okay, all the people that like to do what I do, why they don't want to take this sickness? You have to be very careful of how you want other people's life. You have to be very careful about wanting what the outcome is in other people's life because you don't know what all they have been through. I knew you was getting at that. That's why I never answered that. But so with that being said, later when I'm able to really sit down and chit chat, I'll be able to tell you guys the story about how I was diagnosed really in detail. But right now, I just wanted to let y'all know that if you are facing anything, it could be something you're studying, it could be bullying, it can be people taking from you, people taking even your intellectual ideas, anything you are going through. If the odds are stacked against you, Yeshua HaMashiach. When the odds are stacked against you, please understand you have to hold on to your faith. You have to stay prayed up, because we are living in an evil world. We are living in an evil world where people will want things bad to be happening to you just so they can have something to gossip about. They are not worried about the long-term effects. They are not worried about how this is making you feel or what you're really going through. I don't even want to go into too many details, y'all, but when I tell y'all the odds were stacked against me and people still did not care how they treated me, how they talked to me. So even if I was on my deathbed, but when I tell y'all, y'all will always come. I used to always start my lives off with, I wake up in the morning, thank the Most High. Husband, 7 kids, thought I stopped at 5. A roller coaster ride. German Shepherd by my side. Love the holidays, come along for the ride. If you try to copy this and don't give me my props, I'm a train without brakes. Shot, it can't be stopped. It's your mouth you drop. It's the mic I drop. I do it all from an Android. No help, no gigs, no props, no team of yes men, not even a laptop. Let's go. We are going to get the word out there that if you know the truth and you stand in the truth and you really know your word, not just going by what somebody else say, if you really know who you are as a person spiritually, the odds can be stacked against you all it want to be. And I'm getting so tired of hearing people say the cliche of the weapons, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's all true. It's true. But please understand, when those weapons form, you got to be prepared to stand 10 toes down in what you believe in. You got to be prepared to fight against people who you never thought you would be able to fight against because they are allowing a demon to use them. You have got to be able to mentally and physically be able to stand for what you believe in and say, ain't no devil in hell gonna walk on. Y'all know the rest. I think y'all know the rest. If you've been watching me for a while, ain't no devil in hell gonna walk on the Jesus in me. That's how the old school said. But you have to know who you are, what you believe in. Stand on it. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. And like my grandmama used to always tell me, Lord, rest her soul. I miss my grandmama. I wish I had her with me right now. This is something that I wish I had my grandmother to be by my side through this. But I felt her with me. Sometimes I could even smell her. I know that might sound weird, but when I was going through this, sometimes I could even smell my grandmother. My grandmama used to always tell me, remind the Lord of his promise that he made to you. He promised you that he'll never leave you nor forsake you. And if you can remember that, and if you can remember the Lord's Prayer, and if you can remember to call on his true name, then baby, you ain't got nothing to worry about. When I tell you I had a wise grandmother, because I felt her with me through this whole thing. So before I let y'all go, because I'm just rambling, but I wanted to let y'all know, like, the odds were really stacked against me. There was a slim chance of me even coming back home out of the bone marrow unit. That's how the odds were stacked against me. The odds were stacked against me so much to the point where I had started planning on how I wanted to be buried. That's how bad the odds were stacked against me. So today I just found out that some good news. And I want to kind of read a little bit of this, like, to y'all. But the letter that I have is the letter that they gave me when I reached 100 days. And then today I found out my last test and everything came up showing nothing. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good, surprisingly good, because I was told that even after I get the transplant, it's it's a chance that your body can't take it. It's a chance that your body can't handle all the chemo, all the total body radiation. If you're going through this, or if you know somebody going through this, stand in what you believe in. Stand in what you believe in. Y'all, my letter says, congratulations. And I'm reading this, so bear with me. But I'm just going to read a little bit to y'all. Congratulations. The fact that you are reading this letter means that you are being discharged from our transplant program back to your referring oncologist long-term follow-up schedule. For all transplant patients, the journey through the BMT process is difficult emotionally and or physically. However, due to your strength and determination, you have arrived at this point, ready to move forward towards returning to normal life, which we all know is not going to be normal after this. It is our hope that your future months are filled with quality moments and joyous occasions. That's the letter I got. I'm not going to be the same person after going through this. I know I'm not. For one thing, I have a different appreciation for life than other people. Me and the pharmacist, we was just talking about that. She was saying sometimes she had to catch herself when she complained about small things, and she had to realize it's the small things that count. And now that I've been through this, I realize, and I look at some people who are being negative and just grouchy and just, I look at people sometimes who in the streets or whatever, they mad, they arguing, they fussing, whatever, and I be like, they just don't know. I don't know if they know or not. I don't know if it hit them the way it hit me or not. But with me going through this, it gave me a whole different outlook on life. That little frivolous stuff, I could do without. It be the small things. I miss going walking in the park. I miss being able to ride horses. I miss being able to plant in my garden. It be simple things that people take for granted. Being able to just walk into a store. Y'all, I have not hugged my children. Because my oldest, I gave him a hug because he is older, so he can, they trust me around. But my 8-year-old and my babies, my 8-year-old and my babies, I have not hugged them since last June. Last June. And then I see a lot of them. I see these little video clips of these parents that do the craziest things. And to know that I have teenagers that complain about stuff that I did when they were growing up, and I be thinking to myself, you got parents out here that don't even care, and you complaining because you had a mama that told you to get up and wash the dishes. You complaining because you didn't even have to wash by hand. We got a dishwasher. Get up and load the dishwasher. You mad. Y'all better learn how to appreciate the small things. Appreciate being able to go into your kitchen and prepare you something to eat. Because I know what it feels like to have to wait for a caregiver to prepare you something to eat. I know what it feels like to sit up on the edge of the bed and not even feel like taking a shower. I know what it feels like to not even want to raise up in the bed because you're nauseated from all the medication and you're sick and you're weak. And when I tell you get weak, you get real weak. It hits you like a ton of bricks. But today, I can honestly say, in past tense, The odds were stacked against. Yeah, but as I was saying, the odds were stacked against me. And now I just keep on getting good news after good news after good news after good news. And all I can say is, all praise to the Most High. All praise and honor goes to the Most High. Because I could have lost my mind a long time ago. I did a short where I was saying, I don't know how I made it through 2024. And y'all, do y'all know after I made that short, I was emotional for real? Because I started thinking about all the stuff I went through in 2024. I started thinking about all the stuff I really went through in 2024. The odds were stacked against me all 2024. Everything was coming at me. Friends, family, health, wealth. Because you get stole from when you get sick sometimes. People take it from you. And then they pretend you're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. If you have somebody around you that's going through any type of cancer treatment, please don't treat them like that, because cancer does not have a name on it. Don't treat somebody the way you wouldn't want somebody to treat you. That's the golden rule in life. Treat people the way you want to be treated. But today I can honestly sit here and say I am cancer free. After all that I've been through, I can honestly sit here and say today I am cancer free. They can't even find a little inkling of this whole Philadelphia strand. I always question, why do I always get the short end of the stick? Why do I always have to go through things? Why do I always have to go without or lack? Or why every time I do something, I have to put in more work? I have to try harder. Somebody can come behind me and they can do mediocre and they would get all the praise and stuff. And do y'all know, y'all spoke to me and said, because that's their reward. That's the reward that they want, is to get the praise here, to get praise from man. The reward that you asked me for is greater. So I took that what was said to me and I ran with it. I took it and I ran with it. That's why in my opening I used to say I'm a child of the Most High, because I took it and ran with it. I did it. I did it, Jen. I did it. And when I tell you, Jen, when I come in, they look at me sometimes and they just be like, you're doing good. You're doing good. They call me by my last name. You're doing good. You're doing so good. And I had to fill out a survey for them. And I was laughing with my coordinator, and I told her, I said, I'm going to give y'all a bad all the way down. And I started laughing. And she was like, well, just put what you want. She know good and well I wouldn't ever do them like that, because they have been beyond amazing to me. Beyond amazing. So I just wanted to let y'all know that sometimes when the odds are stacked against you, sometimes when you feel like you're going through so much, if you just take the time to quiet your mind and stand in whatever you believe in. Me personally, I believe in the Most High Yah. If you stand in what you believe in and you keep doing what your path has you to do, it's all going to work out for your good. Even what the devil meant to harm me, even what people thought was going to be the end of me, just so they could have something to gossip about, talk about. saw families come and like really come together for their family members that was up there. And I saw people, just, I didn't have that. But I had, yeah, I had Yahweh. And I held on to what was told to me when I questioned him. Because I did question him. I know they say don't question him, but I questioned him. Why am I going through this? Why am I always getting the short end of the stick? Why does my life have to be filled with such trials and tribulations and trouble? And I always gotta be the one to push harder, study harder. I always gotta put in that extra work. Why? Why do they get all the praise and they not even doing the work? They putting in half, mediocre. And he said, because that's their reward. That's what they want. You asked me for something much greater, so your reward is much greater. And ever since I heard that in my head, I'm just like, I ran with it. And with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna take my congratulations letter, and my certificate is at the house. I'm gonna take my certificate. I want to frame it, and I am going to enjoy this day. I want me a cake and ice cream to celebrate. I know I should dance when I get home. I should do a dance. But now, like, my appointment times are gonna go down now. I'm not gonna have to come in so much. When I come in, I'm not gonna always have to get labs, only sometimes. And also, they are going to start discussing when I get my Trifusion line out. So that's that. Until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.